I've paid my debt to society. Unfortunately, I haven't paid my tab to 6 coins.
This noise isn't helping me think. Do I need to get lost in the swamp to get a moment of peace?
What could the Dominion want with a dead Hist?
I didn't know the Hist could die. What does a dead Hist look like?
Dead's not quite right.
Look at them. Prancing. Well, you're a Blue Reed and Yellow Pete. From out of town, yes? Yes. You're in luck, Blue Reed. Gold runs dry on long journeys. But I've got just the thing to moisten your purse. Mercenaries roil Stormhold's waters for no good reason. They move amongst my people, swaggering and taking what they will. Strange they never bother the Dark Elves. Yes. None here lift a claw to stop them. But you aren't from here, and I have gold. Encourage them to leave, Blue Reed. How you do it is your concern. Then I fill your purse, yes. Perhaps you should pretend to consider a purchase. Or perhaps you should consider a purchase, Such prices. Unheard of in all of Stormhold. The mercenaries only make things worse with the Dark Elves. Better if Stormhold is one happy family. And if you plan to start a family, might I suggest a vial of powdered Kaguti horn for heightened potency? No? Your loss.
Pardon my tears. I recently lost my wife and... I'm sorry. Can I help you? Ironi and I always believed in the Pact. We came here to build a better life with Argonians and Nords alike. Some of my people blamed the Shadow Scales. But what would they gain from her death? We treat everyone the same. It makes no sense. Thank the gods! She's in the mortuary, which they keep locked. But Ironi made those locks, so I have the master key. Here, take it, please. Find out who did this. Don't allow her to become a symbol against the Pact.
Welcome to Stormhold's Forge, friend. Keep back from the fire and we'll get along fine.
I don't seem to be making much progress.
What do you want? Finally looking into my brother's death, eh? I get it. I'm sure you and your vice cannon pals had better things to do than your jobs. Naldin wasn't the brightest star in the sky, but he didn't deserve this. Most of Stormhold, Naldin ran up a lot of debts. He also picked a lot of fights with the lizard skins. If the Shadow Scales didn't get him, it's because someone else moved faster.
Have we met? No? Then walk the other way. Looks like you can see the future.
Any word from your friend?
Nothing. They've kept the morgue locked tight.
The swamps have never been so dark, I see.
I do what I'm paid to do. We've got to earn a living. Whoa. They just pay me to look tough. You think I'd be dumb enough to tangle with you? Besides, this place was getting on my nerves. I'll never scrub the smell out of my armor.
Find someone else to bother. You serious? Well, you'd have to buy out my contract. You got that kind of coin on you? Want to see my knife? Then keep talking. How are you going to do that from the bottom of the swamp?
Ah, you're the one. Seems we need to have a chat about Doubts the Moon. Said he stirred up trouble with some mercs and had to leave town. Asked Duskscale to take over his shop permanently. Mentioned you too. Said he'd pay you extra for your silence. Said you were smart enough to take a hint. Doubts the Moon won't be back. Knows if he shows his face in Stormhold, he'll get it smacked. Price of starting false rumors, right?
Prices posted on the board. Savings, savings, savings.
I don't...
Any word on your friend?
Nothing. They've kept the morgue locked tight.
The swamps have never been so dark, I say.
I was told Vice Canon Hrondar asked you to investigate the murders. May you find the secrets hidden in deep waters. Stormhold. This was our home until the Dunmer oppressed us. Now, it is not a proper Argonian town. Not like it once was. Still, it's a good place for Shadowfin's Vice Canons. Here they can deal with all kinds and still live in comfort. When the pack was formed, 3 heroes of the Akaviri War, Hrondar of Skyrim, Savine of Morrowind, and Hatamine of Black Marsh, were chosen to keep the peace here.
I do what I'm paid to do. We've got...
You'd think the guards would have
Oh,
found
if
something.
I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. No more drinking. My head's splitting. My mouth feels like a cagoody nested in it, and I'm in serious trouble. I don't suppose you'd care to help out a down-on-her-luck chef, would you? Go back in time and cut out my tongue. No, then I wouldn't be able to taste my wonderful cooking. Last night I made a terrible bet with a hunter friend of mine, Vinaza. I told him cooking was art and hunting was peasants' work. He took offense. I boasted I'd hunt Shadowfen, collecting ingredients from exotic animals. An aelit's heart, a kaguti's ribs, eggs of a giant wasp, and delicious mud crab claw meat. I'd meet him in Hismir and prepare a feast to prove it. But I can't hunt. That's one of the problems. I know you can find these beasts all over Shadowfen, but I don't know where. And I'd get killed if I went roaming around the swamps. You'll have to ask Vinaza, but don't let him know I sent you. Just appeal to his vanity. The old lizard's pride got me into this. I don't see why it shouldn't get me out too. He's probably just outside the city hunting. That's what he does all the time. Thinks he's the greatest gamesman in Shadowfen. Don't ask. What I have to do if I lose, it doesn't bear thinking upon. Just know that if I lose this bet, I'll have to stay drunk for the rest of my life to live down the shame.
This isn't chopping wood. Put some thought into your strikes.
They say you can actually go talk to the Dunmer gods. Given the way the Dunmer treated us, do you think that also means you could punch them?
All must return to the swamps eventually. We are but borrowing a spark of life from the world. It must be passed on for life to continue. Take comfort in that, if nothing else.
You know the deceased? I do hope so. Too many people have come, as if this is a spectacle for entertainment. Bow your head as you leave. The Hist watches us all.
an urgent message. Gethys Omabar sent me. It's about his wife, Ironi. Gethys saw Ironi alive. He watched her enter their home on the other side of Stormhold. He asked you to meet him there as soon as you can.
Praise Vivek, Halva found you. Whatever's in my home, it isn't my wife. Ironi. My Ironi. She's gone. I know that. But when I saw her enter our home, I had to find out how she'd returned. That's when she stabbed me. If that Argonian hadn't leapt between us, she'd have finished me off. I don't know. But he tried to save my life. They were still fighting when I crawled out the door. They both moved so fast. Please, help him remove that imposter from my home. Don't worry about me. I'll soon see my true Ironi.
Outrageous! What kind of protection can the Vice Cannons offer if they can't protect a Dunmer in his own home?
The Dryskins do not welcome our prayers, but they are confused. I don't pray for their dead. I pray for those who live in these dark times.
I've heard the Bosmer hate their enemies, which I guess makes sense, given how disgusting their friends are.
Vice Cannon Hrondar is indisposed. He informed me you've been assisting us in our recent troubles. Are you any closer to discovering the killer? Then we can concentrate our efforts elsewhere. Many will blame the Shadow Scales regardless, but our concerns are greater now than scapegoats. I fear the true culprit struck again, though I pray I'm incorrect. When I said Vice Cannon Hrondar was indisposed, I spoke half the truth. He's missing, and I fear it's the work of our killer. This is why Vice Cannon Servina and I request your utmost discretion in recovering Vice Cannon Hrondar to us. Listens to water as one of our little fish, our eyes and ears. He signals when he possesses urgent information for the Vice Cannons. A short while ago, we received his signal. Be swift and silent as currents in a stream. Speak with Listens to Water on our behalf. Look for the mud huts. Don't ask for him by name, or he'll think you a debt collector. Remain discreet. If Listens to Water found the scent of Vice Canon Rondar, follow it until its end.
May the Three watch over you. From what I've been hearing, if anyone could find our missing Vice Canon, it's you.
You'd think the guards would have found something by now.
You expect them to do their jobs? Ha!
I'll take those.
Shaw's bones, it's good to see you. The Dominion right under our noses. Damned insidious. I have to warn Servina and Hetamin. Quick, untie me. Yes, but I've been here less than a day. Some of Stormhold's citizens were here longer, held in the alcoves nearby. I'll distract these Dominion snowbacks. Should buy you time to free the prisoners. Meet me on the surface.
you did it.
I owe you my life.
I thought I'd never escape.
Gods, it felt good to bury an axe in their throats. From the prisoners trickling out, I trust you enjoyed yourself as much as I. Did you free them all? I'd be better if the damned ruins beneath my feet weren't infested with Dominion. We've posted guards until reinforcements can wipe them clean. You kept this city from tearing itself apart. Stormhold's in your debt. If the Dominion sent a large force to infiltrate Stormhold, they must have a camp somewhere in Shadowfell. It's time we take the fight to them. A Daedric ruin southeast of here. It's big enough to harbor a substantial enemy force, and close enough to trouble Stormhold. Besides, my scouts report signs of activity within. I'll take a regiment to Tenmarwalk. Don't want to take any chances. You freed me from the Dominion's clutches before those skin-stealing milk drinkers could kill me and wear my face. Of course I could use your help. Meet my regiment at Tenmarwalk. Keep your blades sharp. I'll find a way to turn you loose on the Dominion. If my instincts are right, we'll be digging up a hornet's nest when we get to Tenmarwalk.
We're in your debt, my friend. With the Dominion exposed, the ugly rumors of Argonians preying upon dark elves can be put to rest.
What you've done was no easy task. We have a difficult road ahead of us.
I've heard you're the one who figured out the Dominion's part in our recent troubles, true? Must be nice. Well, some of us have troubles of our own, and you don't hear us begging for help. Yes, of course. Please help me. Look, I'm sure you don't mean it. There's no help for him. My brother, that is. I don't expect to see him again, and why am I even telling you this? Maybe. Well, there's no harm in telling you. He's dead, in that stupid Quama mine off Percolating Mire. I told him they had no idea what they were doing. I won't discuss any details, but let's just say none of those miners will come back.
I understand. If you change your mind...
The guard knows better than to come down here.
A secure vault makes for a confident heart.
What do you want?
You bring me business?
The Pact are just puppets. Almalexia, she is just the face of the conspiracy. You will never find the true masters. Looks like you've been busy. Show me what you have.
You, over here.
My wit's as quick as my blade. Don't believe me? Buy me another drink and I'll show you. You buy, I'll drink. I don't rightly care what it is. Great, thanks. What else you want? Oh, you want wit? My wit. Here goes. You can't spell Jigalag without Wabbajack. Oh, wait. Yes. Yes, you can.
You must be the one Ram told us about. Let me look at you. You have strong eyes. A strong soul, I'll bet. I only advise you to seek glory while you can, young one. And I may know of a place where you can do just that. In Shadowfen, there's an old Imperial fort called Arx Corinium. It's infested with lamias on top of its natural dangers. None who enter return.
Ah, you again. And with every limb intact. You continue to surprise. There are ancient ruins on the border of Rivenspire called the Crypt of Hearts, overrun by undead. I'm going to seek it out, drive the evil from it. Of course, I'll finish this drink first. If you beat me there, I look forward to looting your corpse. Greenshade comes to mind. I hear the Daedra have taken a special interest in a wood elf village there, unleashed an army upon it. Whatever name that place had, they're calling it the City of Ash now. Think you can fight an army of Daedra? There are ancient ruins on the border of Rivenspire called the Crypt of Hearts, overrun by undead. I'm going to seek it out, drive the evil from it. Of course, I'll finish this drink.
You're not cutting me off.
I'm on a business visit from Vardenfell. With the Argonians emancipated and Shadowfen open to the free market, there's plenty of money to be made. I take it you're not from Morrowind, then? The Pact's treaty forbids slave trade in either Nord or Argonian lots. Fine by me. Slaving always left a bad taste in my mouth. Maybe one day there won't be a market for slaves at all. There's always a market for free labor. Morrowind slavers just have to range farther to get their goods. Bretons and Khajiit are always popular. It's a bit barbaric, if you ask me. But I don't question the laws of the Pact. Well, I didn't follow the politics of it. The Akaviri were invading Morrowind, and we needed all the help we could get. So the Argonians and Nords fought on our side, and we won. What better motivation than freedom?
Truly talented. And in more than the arts, let me tell you. But quite out of your league. I see you making anything but friendly conversation with Atiri. It'll be the last words your tongue says.
I earn my bread in steps and song. But if you're buying around, I won't turn it down.
Before you have any of my brother's drinks, I'd recommend getting some solid food in your stomach.
There's nothing better than fresh meat. But you can't be picky on the trail. I can show you how to keep it tasty for months.
Another fine night. Or is it day? Doesn't matter. The drinks are still coming.
You have saved many lives by ending Vox's threat. What you did was good and right.
Sanctioned killers on our doorstep, and we're worried about invaders.
This guar gives its life so we may have meat. Now I give you my time. Why? Oh? Do the winds speak my name? Or the birds? Or is there perhaps someone else who told you to speak with me? My adroitnosity is known throughout the fen, of course, but it whispers only to its creatures, and me, of course. Everyone? The Metropolinia hum with tales of my vergoritude. Well, who am I to deny them? Go ahead, ask your questions. The Fens speak to me readily about their bountinosity of beasts. Please, ask me about any of these and I will stupendify you with my knowledge. But know that most beasts of the Fens can be found anywhere, if you are wise enough to find them. Interesting, but deadly insects. They can be found singly or in swarms. Beware the Wasp Queen. She has a mighty sting, and is often protected by her lesser drones. Wasps dwell mostly in the venomous fens, the southernmost region of Shadowfen. Mudcrabs live all over the world, but the sweetest of the hard-backed beasts live here, in reticulated spine. The foul-tempered creatures can be found all along the northern region of Shadowfen. Larger and more deadly predators than the Kaguti, Aelid hunt the venomous fens along the southern edge of Shadowfen. Be careful. These beasts carry a disease called ataxia. You'll find yourself staggering and weak if you let them bite you. They are two-legged predators, more aggressive than Gwar, and similar in some way to Aelits. They eat anything they can fit in their large mouths. To hunt them, search the central regions of Shadowfen in Leafwater.
by seed and spleen, I thank you for saving me.
servants are wretches. Perhaps these will do the job. Like all worldly things, you will in time wear and be used up.